Right, okay. So I think we will go ahead and do this. I could always have something break up and actually cover this front over here. I think what we want to do then is just really focus on getting our forces moving. We're probably placing far too much emphasis on Brest-Litovsk, but I really want to make sure we actually do secure Brest-Litovsk. Really above and beyond. So I think what I'll do then is have them move over here, which is the 255th. I could have the 267th move on, but then the 267th could actually move deeper into Poland over here, Soviet-occupied Poland. This can still actually participate in battle. I don't need to worry about a security region, fortified region. That's not too bad at all there, really. So we'll go ahead and have the 255th move up over to that position there, which gives us another division to work with. What I can do then is actually have the core headquarters move over here then. So if I take a look, this core actually does have gun battalions, it actually has houses, it actually has a decent amount of support there. As you can see, it's 107 artillery pieces here. As you can see, we have 105 field guns, we have howitzers there, 150s, we have 105s. There we go. So I'm going to move that within range to actually assist. Right. So we're going to have a number of divisions, minus the Panzer divisions. Right, okay. So you can see that we are going to mount an attack on Brest-Litovsk. This is probably overkill, but I want to make sure that we take Brest-Litovsk. I really want to make sure we take it on the first attack. So we do have the 45th, the 35th, the 31st, the 252nd, the 134th, the 131st, and the 255th Infantry Divisions of the Wehrmacht about to launch the attack here against Brest-Litovsk, which ideally will fall on the first attack. Crossing the fingers. Cross the fingers, guys. We can launch this as a planned attack. I think we will succeed, ideally. But we'll give it a go. I mean, that is, it's a good chunk of the divisions there. I mean, that's 7 divisions attacking. They're surrounded. We should be able to manage this. We've ideally deprived them of HQ support. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we do actually wait and push on. But I don't think it's worthwhile. We could potentially do it, but I think I'd be wasting time doing it. So I think if we clear Brest-Litovsk, can actually move much further and deeper. And yeah, I think we've got it in the bag now. I just think there's too much for them to really resist there. Panzer divisions would be overkill. It wouldn't be to their benefit there, really. So we'll go ahead and do that then. So we'll launch. Please. Please work. Okay, so we have 183 fighters supporting. We have 88 bombers. We have actually, yes, we see there 75 Soviet aircraft actually supporting the forces here in Brest-Litovsk. You can see that we are actually shooting down the enemy forces over here, so we are shooting down yet more aircraft of the Soviet... I can't remember what it's called now. Was it the VTC, VSF? I can't remember exactly what it's called now. But we are engaging there quite heavily. Okay. Still shoot down the aircraft, okay. I might have to speed it up. But at least we get to see the models being shot down. But we are doing pretty damn well here. SB2's being shot down, BF-109 is doing a really great job there. And that is looking excellent. Okay, I think we might reduce the message level a little bit. Yes. Oh, right, okay. I was hoping that they'd be forced to surrender, but we do take the city of Brest-Litovsk. You can see, even with those 7 divisions and the actual amount of air support, we only had... we had good odds, don't get me wrong, we had good odds, we had the odds needed to actually succeed, but I would have preferred to have had greater odds. But yeah, even... it is necessary, it is obviously the necessary amount of force. We could probably have gone with maybe less divisions, but I think that is... I'd say that's necessary. I think it's... You've gotta get it. Okay. Wow. So they lose. So they have 73 of their bombers shot down there. That is fantastic news. That is like icing on the cake. And with all of that, yeah, look at that. So we only lose 275 men, 3 artillery pieces. We lose no aircraft. The Soviets lose 4,738 men, 73 artillery pieces, 174 AFVs. They lose 73 out of the 75 aircraft sent to support the situation there. So that was actually pretty damn good for us. That worked out very well. Yeah, look at all the forces involved here. So you can see all the actual artillery and asset sensor support. So we had 11 BF-109 E7s, we had 106 BF-109 F2s, We had 62 BF-110 C4Bs there. Very nice, very nice. We had 88 Junker 87s. Awesome. So we do succeed there. That is exactly what we wanted. Okay, so that is a very important battle actually wrapped up there. That is what we needed. That is what we needed. So you can see that our forces will be able to... Yeah, you can see they can penetrate much, much further now, which is really good news. So what we're going to do here then... I mean, they've been routed, and routed divisions are in great danger. They will retreat if an enemy force approaches them, but yes, they're in a pretty bad position. They're essentially useless to him now, to the Soviets. So if we take a look then, so we're up to 3,601 there. That's quite nice. Fog of War is on, yes. It is... we do have greater amounts of information here on the first turn, but Fog of War is on as far as I'm aware. Oh, yes, it is on, yes, because we had to run reconnaissance to figure out where they were. So indeed, yes. Okay. Right now. We don't have a great ability to move out here. So what I'm going to do is actually keep that division in reserve, because I could actually split it up and actually have it made to cover this area here. So what we want to do now then, as you can also see here that this unit still has some ability to move, so what I can do then is move it there. You can see that falls further back. We still actually have the ability to move with some of these divisions over here, which is actually fantastic news. So, what I'm going to do then is move... 134th Division could move up to this position over here, which is very, very important. We'll secure that position there. Right, okay, so that actually reveals to us that there is the 30th Tank Division there. That's good information to have. That is information we can work with. Right, so we see that. Now, I cannot attack because I do not have any points left for set attack. What we could do then is potentially move out this way and actually cover... and just really take control of more of the area over here. That area is apparently pretty nasty to control though. Apparently you have to walk into that area. But we do have a free wide supply column. Well, sorry, corridor over here open to us, which is good news. So we do see that we do have the panzers, the enemy armor there to deal with. So that's fine. We can deal with that. And the good news though, and this is the really important thing, is the fact that we do actually have the FBD free over here. They can actually stroll through here and begin to convert these rails. Which means that next turn we're going to have far better logistics, which is excellent news. Right, so we do have these divisions that are still able to move. The mighty 12th Corps did fantastic there. They didn't actually expend that much, they did really well. Still got the ammunition needed, which is excellent. Yeah, the game's really good, Evoke, and I definitely would recommend it. It is really fun. How do you guys like the background ambient songs, by the way? The ambient music here. So you can see I've got it playing in the background. I'll just turn it up like a little bit. Oh, there we go. I really like it. Yeah, I think it does. I think I'm going to be doing it more often. So it's like, even between the actual music, it just adds to it. Like, there is sounds actually in the game for combat, but I think in the background, just having it there is really quite nice. Yes, yes, I do use it. I'm not using the actual game's music due to the fact that it is copyrighted, unfortunately. I like to use non-copyrighted to try and make things easier on Slytherin, and it does mean when I upload to my channel, there's no third party taking credit, essentially. Yeah, some aircraft would be really awesome, wouldn't it? Like having some Stuka. That'd be actually really cool, actually. Put on some bank there. Oh dear. Right, so I could move to that position there and have 2 movement points, which is not exactly ideal. It could be done. I could potentially attack there, but it's probably not worthwhile, to be honest. What I'm going to do, however, is move 1 division. So I'm going to move the 34th Infantry Division here. Let's see, you're quite strong there. I could move to flank their position there, but I wouldn't be able to attack from that position then. I need to see really how the 2's going to look there. A hasty attack might still survive some Revo's units. Yeah, they are not strong. We are going to attempt to build a pocket, yeah. And that is going to be what we do here. So we could... I don't want to take up positions here because I might have to move over units. I don't want to have them block that rail. I cannot have 3 units on that rail in case I do need to get the rails moving there. So what I'm going to do then is move the 45th Division here. They can attack. They can go for a hasty attack. What I'm going to do then is actually move up the core. Okay. So we are going to go for a hasty attack. which succeeds. Excellent. Okay, so we do rout the 30th Tank Division over here, which is excellent, excellent news. You can see that we had a loss of 4 to 6 men. We had 4 fighters in support. The enemy had 3 bombers. We shot down one of them. They lose 1,456 men, 8 artillery pieces, and 31 AFVs there. But that's excellent news. I'm really glad that actually did work out. That is really awesome for us. That goes a hell of a long way there. So you can see that our forces do have the ability to move a little bit further. Not by much. But what I'm going to do then is have the 34th Infantry Division move here. I need to get the Panzer, the divisions attached to the actual Panzer group really hauling ass. But that actually does secure this hex over here, which makes it cheaper for us to move into, which is excellent news. Now, I could move across the river here to actually further displace this routed unit, but I don't think there's any need for that. We do have to take into consideration the integrity of the pocket, of course. Now, I could move over here into the forest, and it would make it more... it'd make it tougher on the enemy. And it might be worthwhile doing to actually have it built up. But what I might look to do then is, if I break it up into regiments, I could have them... yeah, they wouldn't move anywhere near as far, but it would cover more ground, but it's probably not worthwhile. I think really what I'm going to do then is... I think even just have them here, because I think if they're actually better rested, better supplied, that's probably worthwhile. So we'll have them move to that position there. Okay. Fatigue is something that we do have to take into consideration, I think. Damage 13. Do we have fatigue? I can't recall if we have fatigue. Supply details. Obviously important information there. I don't think we have fatigue modelled on ground units. I'm used to War in the Pacific, aren't I? But there we go, we have that now, which is good. So that means that we still have a 167th, which is able to move. So you can see the 167th could actually move up over here, which is excellent news. Now, having only one is not exactly ideal, but that's still better than none. So we'll see, they may be able to attack over here. Oh yes, they do. Just enough to launch one hasty attack, but that is all I need, baby. Right, we'll have that Panzer Corps headquarters move on up. Right. So we'll have them launch a hasty attack against the 205th motorized. They're not entrenched. It looks like they have very poor morale. So we'll launch that hasty attack. Please succeed. And it succeeds, yes, and it shatters. Yes, they were completely shattered there. The funny thing is, you don't really want shattered units as such. You want more like captured units, because shattered units, like you can see there, 1,708 men were lost, but all of these men over here will have dissipated into the surrounding area per se. Obviously not all of them will survive, but the ones that do survive will actually help to form the partisans there, which is a bit rough. A bit off topic, but once COVID situation gets better, I'm really hoping to see more Richard John versus... Yes! I'm looking at eBay right now. I do have in my right hand eBay, and I'm not actually going to tell you what I'm going to buy in case somebody outbids me, actually. But there's like a divisional rule set that I'm hoping to pick up where each stand represents a platoon. The base unit, the smallest fighting unit that you can actually have on the board is the... well, that you can actually bring. You've got to bring a battalion. So obviously you have battalions that make up the regiments. Regiments make up divisions, which is awesome. And obviously you have divisions plus. Whew. Okay. I'm just watching right now. Okay, so I can go ahead and move these units over here then. This unit over here begin to build the rails there. So we do see... let's go ahead and run a little bit of reconnaissance over these hexes then. So you can see they are being escorted there. Right. Oh, I do lose a fighter then, unfortunately, to operation, I'd imagine. Okay. Right, okay, so reconnaissance aircraft out of range. So we are aware then, so we can see that there is the 14th Mechanized Corps We do have a 42nd Rifle Division. We also have the 10th SAD Airbase. You can see the actual airbase there is empty, completely empty. That's good to know. Okay, so we're kind of at the limit of how far infantry can march. We can double check and make sure that there is nothing else. I'm going to use the 255th to actually cover this area here, probably. Let's go ahead and actually see what we actually secured in Brest-Litovsk. So in Brest-Litovsk, there's 49% damage there to the manpower. We do have 127 supplies over here in Brest-Litovsk. Okay, so not bad, not bad. I do have the cavalry. You can see the cavalry can move much further. We don't want to move through the swamp heights because that's going to lower our ability to move. But what we're going to do then is actually go ahead and move the cavalry up. Now I could move the motorized, but I'm going to use the cavalry. Cavalry is really, really good. it's surprising how good they are. So what I'm going to do then is move them. I'll move them to this position here. I love how they make mechanized sounds as well when they do move, which is quite amusing. As you can see that we are, which is actually, yeah, we do have the SD KFZ 221s, we do have the rifle squads, we do have a lot of cavalry, which is obviously the reason why they move. But they still have artillery, they still have a lot going for them. So, you can see there 21, 25, right, 23. We do see the actual tank division over there, right, 23. Oh, so they were actually routed there, so there was actually no combat unit or combat capable unit actually in position there, which is actually really good. So that means that we can continue to move here. What we're going to be looking towards doing then is actually getting this position here. When we do actually make that position, we'll have quite a decent amount of points left. So we'll move up here, move up over here. Now we do see that there is actually the 143rd Rifle Division there, so that's something to work with. Okay. What I'm going to do then is actually bid for this item before I do forget about it. I'm sorry guys. Do forgive me. But I want to win this. But what I'm going to do then is stream and watch eBay at the same time. That is true multitasking. That is true multitasking. Okay, 20 seconds. Ah! Hype. Okay. I'm sorry. Let's get up again. Right. Move it forward one more hex. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 3. Sorry, yeah, 3, 2, 1. Yes! BLeAcHACiD. Yes, that's a bit of what. I'm sorry. I've won that now, so I can concentrate. I was like watching it through out the corner of my eye there, just to make sure I got that. Okay, that's good. That's good. That'll be one that you can see in the future then. Okay, so we can actually go ahead. We could go for a hasty attack. We'll go for a hasty attack over here then. What do I actually have here in terms... Oh yeah, we have a decent amount of actual supports over here. I think a hasty attack will actually succeed there. 358. Oh, it does! It doesn't send them packing, however. Maybe a plan might have been better. But I can cross over here and actually manage it anyway. Right, another hasty. Yeah, that's much better. Oh, come on. Just route. Route for daddy. Right, there we go. Keep moving. 423. Yes, there we go. They're shattered now. Fantastic. So that is gone. Gone, baby. I think it was a week their turn, yes. I think so. I can't recall, actually. I think it's about a week. Okay. So I do have a choice here, then. I could move to this position over here and actually try to secure a little bit more. Which is maybe not a bad idea. It doesn't particularly make a difference. It secures the actual clear. We have clear over here anyway. It might be worthwhile to do. I mean, if I push here, I'm going to have that secured anyhow. But I'd rather have a unit that can't move any further just moved over here. Right, so we do have the ability to launch a hasty attack. I might as well go for it just on the off chance it does work. Right. Let's hope for the best there, baby. Come on. Yes! That's looking good. Yes! There we go. Secure the town. The 121st Rifle Division is forced to retreat, and we do kick them out. Which allows us to move on one final time. So we do secure the town over here of the town Baranovici. Yeah, the first camp doing pretty good here. So we do have that secured. It gives us access to 34 supply there. Right, okay, so we do see here the 121st Rifle Division, the air base over here as well. Okie dokie. There's actually 16 Type 24s then. I do want to actually shut those bad boys down. Now, what I could do here then is, this is clear, but it looks like rough terrain in fairness. I could move into the actual town to secure the town. Yes. Might be worthwhile moving into the town. Move into the town. Oh, yes! Yes! We still have the ability to attack. Hell yes! The 1st Division is going to claim another victim, hopefully today. Yes, they do! Oh, yes! The 121st Rifle Division is forced back. Oh, that is it, but they did really well there. We do take these rail lines out too, which is excellent news. That's really good news then. So you can see just how deep we've been able to penetrate here. Infantry is a thing in the past, the cavalrymen is all that is left. So they've moved a considerable distance there. Now you can see what we would be doing here is moving our motorized units from the rear, moving them first. So you can see that we do have the Deutschland motorized regiment over here, Deutschland motorized regiment, looking pretty beautiful. We do have a division. The division actually has a good deal of mobility. We can actually have a division move all this way. We are moving towards Minsk. We're closing in on Minsk. Yeah, makes a train set. Yeah, that's definitely a problem they do run into there. That's definitely a problem. Okay. Can I get some reconnaissance on this bad boy here? So we are using strategic reconnaissance. I do want to try and figure out what we're actually dealing with there. There was 3 76mm anti-aircraft guns. Okay, so we're dealing with a 36 tank division and another unit there, which I don't really have an idea on. Try and get some more reconnaissance if we can. Having reconnaissance would definitely help our chances of defeating it. Right, it's increasing the detection, but unfortunately I'm out. I'm out. God damn it. I almost had a little bit more information. But having some detection is better than no detection. Okay. So, Deutschland could move. Whether it's actually worthwhile moving Deutschland yet is another question that should be asked. We do have the 10th Panzer Division, which does have the 706 self-propelled infantry gun company over here. So, we do have the SIG 33s over here, which are Panzer 1, yeah, so it looks like, yeah, so it's the self-propelled gun on the Panzer 1 hull, I think it is. With a 155mm gun, I'm not going to mess with that. Don't mess with the best. The grill. Right. I don't know if it's a George Foreman, but... And so I could use pioneers, but I think I'd rather have a pioneer battalion actually attached to something that can move a little bit more. We might be able to go for a hasty attack when they do arrive. 2 is likely going to be happening there. The other thing to bear in mind is we could potentially move like this and actually look to cut them off over there. And if you take a look, we could actually move in and cut that pocket. But I think we can go deeper. I don't know if we can actually secure Minsk. Minsk can be secured in turn 1, but I think you've got to do a lot of things right to get Minsk. It can be done, but there's a guide actually, I think, on Steam on how to do it. I haven't looked at it, however. Might have been a wise idea. But we're doing well so far. Right, so what I'm going to do here then is begin to convert the rail lines. Move the FBD over here. So I'm going to spend 3 of the actual movement points over here to convert that rail. Convert. And unfortunately I can't convert there. But that still makes a considerable difference, because you can see that we'll have these 2 rail lines converted next turn, which does reduce the movement cost to actually get to said supply. If we take a look at the actual 1st Cavalry Division over here, if we take a look at their supply detail, you can see their range to rail is 16. It is 41 MP to said rail. So obviously the closer the rail is, the absolute better for us, really. Okay. We do have a Das Reich motorized division here. Okay. I don't think we need to worry about cutting these guys off, because we know we can cut these guys off. Like, once we have our other tank, our other panzer group move this way, we'll have them cut off inevitably anyway. I think what we need to do is focus on making this tight. It is probably going to be a leaky pocket, but it depends. It might be what I use Deutschland for, to just sort of like fill in the gap there a little bit. I still have infantry that can march a little bit further, but, well, no, not really. We'll see, really. I want Minsk. We want Minsk, don't we? Oh, this game's great. I'm using bad mods, by the way, but this game's fantastic. Hearts of Iron 3 is a good game. I'd say, well, Hearts of Iron 3 is more operational. I mean, this is operational, but Hearts of Iron 3 is more... It's like a larger end of operational. Well, to be honest, it's more like strategic, isn't it? Because you are command... No, yeah, Hearts of Iron 3 is a strategic game, but it also does have the operational elements. Well, this is the tactical operational. Strategic isn't really there as such. But then again, you are commanding massive forces, but it's more so the operational level. Okay. So we do have 10th Panzer Division. It might be worthwhile to actually send the Das Reich motorized, to be honest. I do have the 10th Motorized Division over here as well. What do you guys think, Ben? Should we send the Das Reich SS Motorized Division? The reason why I'm thinking those guys is they have a good chunk of actual attack there. That, well, then again, it actually could be quite tough. It could be that we actually do have to send the Panzers. And I suppose this is it, really. What do you want actually on the attack? Do you want a Panzer division on the attack? But then I might have that Panzer division actually able to move a little bit further. Yeah. I think what I want to do then is... I think I might go for the Panzer division. Maybe. We'll have 3. We have been able to attack with 3, so I think we should be able to manage it. But that also means that they're on the rail line. I think I'd rather have the motorized divisions that don't have as much in the terms of requirements actually moving in here to actually fill the pocket. Because that Das Reich motorized division could be used to actually fill the leak ends. I think we'll go with the 10th Panzer Division. Let's hope they can actually make it. And there we go. You can see just the distance that they're able to cover here is pretty immense. Oh, they pushed them out of the way. That's nice. Yes, we can actually launch a hasty attack. Yeah, so this is it. They have 37 combat value. So they have more than the actual Das Reich motorized division has now. So I think that was worthwhile. So we'll have them move out there with their support. Have the Panzer Corps move up to the front there. Make sure they have that support in position for us. Okay. Right, there we go. So we do see that we are dealing with the 36th Tank Division. We have the 17th Mechanized Corps. So that's 1-to-1, so they should be able to blow them over pretty easily. Yeah, 914 to 38. Yep, the 36th Tank Division is routed. The Mechanized Corps is sent pretty far away, in fact. That's good there. They cannot push up any further, but that's fine. They secured it. That's good news. Okay. So... they lose 2,266. We only lost 3 AFVs, but I do really need to be careful about the amount of panzers I do lose. They lose 31 there. Yeah, so it's the 36th Tank Division with the 80th Motorized Sapper Battalion. Just still pretty nasty to deal with, really. Okay. That's looking good. Now, what we can actually go ahead and do then, if I take a look at ground units, we can actually see all the actual tank forces, all the infantry, all the etc. that has been destroyed so far. So far we've had 1 destroyed Panzer 2C, we've had 1 destroyed Panzer 3G, a Panzer 3H, we've had 54 rifle squads destroyed. So we've only lost 3 tanks so far, which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. You can see that the Soviets have lost a good number of T-26s. There's 174 of this model of T-26 there, the 1938 variant. Only one 1931 variant of the T-26. Have we wiped out any heavy tanks yet? Not yet. That will come later. 150mm guns there, that's nice. NKVD. That's because I'm bloody learning Japanese at the same time, so when I say K, I say Ki. You're like, damn it, go back to English. There we go.